Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Reserve time. Team secrets turn to ban.
For Finem, they can't get their hands on the IO, which kind of sucks for them. But getting one of these tempo controllers for MNT, SlarDar, or Earth Spirit, if you want to go down that route, those types of heroes should be what Finem are really looking to do. Try to abuse MP, try to force Team Secret, who have been picking kind of lax support heroes as far as aggression is concerned. Puppy and Pilot Die have not really been picking your ganking duos. They've been kind of static in the lanes. Finem should know about that. I think if they try to abuse that by just being super aggro with their own supports, then they'll have probably the best chance at really abusing Secret's draft. And that's what Finem kind of like to do anyway, so that's pretty much right up their alley.
Turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Demon.
Radiant team pick.
Shadow Demon somehow. This is a hero that, you're going to be happy to first pick, right? Like, the Invoker was, I think, a last pick, or if not a last pick, like a much later pick. So that is something that Team Advent do have to keep themselves aware of, but I'd be more scared of these Shadow Demon setups right now. Luna, a hero that they may want to pick up simply to deny it to Team Secret. We've seen a lot of Lion as kind of a soft counter to the Shadow Demon, but yeah. Luna, Rubik, I mean, this is pretty textbook stuff here from this opening from Advenom.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
I think we're maybe gonna loop around back there. Like, if you look at Lone Druid, it didn't take teams very long to realize, holy crap, this whole range damage thing on your main guy is pretty strong. Let's ban it. I think probably it's gonna get to a point where teams are like, oh, well, we could do this against that Lone Druid, and then we can win every single game up against the Lone Druid if our plan works out. And then, the Lone Druid becomes a little worse pick. You get heroes that have to be banned instead. It's definitely a lot more exploration that can be done here. But I mean, these openings, even though they are like kind of similar throughout some of these games, we've been seeing a lot of different early picks. A couple CMs. Team Secret have picked up, I think, Jakiro first phase in one of their previous games that we saw from them. So there's a lot of adaptation still to be had. Ember Spirit, Shadow Demon, not really a great duo together, but certainly some very powerful setup heroes for Team Secret.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Pretty powerful hero to have with Luna. We already saw the huge movement speed buffs that can definitely turn the tide of a lane. The secret lane, at least versus the Luna on the other end, is still kind of up in the air here. I'm interested to see what Team Secret want to do with the Shadow Demon. They've been picking up a lot of Nyx Assassin for Keizu. It's a hero that does pretty well with the Shadow Demon setup, and that won't be too bad there. You could always go for your classic combos, get a Kunkka on board with the Torrent or something like that. And you can set up some pretty devastating hits on heroes like Luna and Rubik, who really don't last very long once you hit them with that stun combo. So I said earlier, Team Secret have been kind of playing passive support heroes, very just farm-oriented for Puppey and Pylai Die, but this is definitely a chance for them to be a little bit more so on the aggressive side. And I mean, Adfinem with the Rubik is not inherently super aggressive either, so maybe the tables will turn a little bit here.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, Adfinem have a Rubik, so I do think that the overall game plan of should they pick up an Enigma is something that Finem are already somewhat prepared for. That being said, Team Secret have run a good amount of Enigma in the hands of Keizu. It is just one of those heroes that can turn losing situations into great situations. It is that explosive. It is kind of hard to slow down his farm just because of how he jungles. I think it's something that they're just giving a little bit of respect to Team Secret for. Like, they could handle it, but they just don't want to deal with it.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
I can't help you with that, dude. Too many games blend together.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Ogre Magi!
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Mm-hmm. And instead of banning a hero like Ogre Magi, Team Secret really heavily targeting Thug. Just a couple of those heroes that have good matchups versus Ember Spirit. That being said, there are quite a few heroes that have good matchups against Ember Spirit, especially when you have an Ogre Magi roaming around the field. So 2v1ing the Ember Spirit, or even 2v2ing against the Ember Spirit's lane should still get Adfinem a pretty decent time. And this is definitely an interesting way to go. Nyx Assassin now for Adfinem. Great hero to have up against Darkseer and the Ember Spirit. Most likely to be played by Skylark. Look at all these stun combos from Adfinem. It's going to be real tough for this Ember Spirit to slip out. It's going to be real hard for them to get Surge escape value.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Mm-hmm. Terrorblade. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of room for. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of room for an Invoker at this point. Most likely, it's just going to be a Mid-Ember off Darkseer, Terrorblade, Shadow Demon, grab another kind of supporty hero for Team Secret, not going to be that Chen, and then just be okay with that. This is, I really like Terrorblade. Oh, for Adfinem. Yeah, that is certainly a possibility. I do think they would
10
probably
seconds
want to have
remaining.
just as much magic damage, as many answers as they can to the Star Blade.
5 seconds remaining.
I like OD here for Thug. That one's pretty nice. Queen of Pain is someone that Team Secret will struggle to
Team
deal with just
Secret's
mobility-wise.
turn to
I think that's also a reasonable way to go for Thug. Definitely one of his heroes as well.
10 seconds remaining.
No.
5
I
seconds
mean,
remaining.
it's very annoying for Nyx, Ogre, and Rubik, but then deal with it.
Okay.
Radiant team pick.
That is... I don't think I've seen Secret play the hero a lot, but just in a vacuum, as far as buying a little bit of space for Terrorblade and Ember Spirit to get on board, it is a great hero. You obviously have the Darkseer combos as well with the Ion Shell. Up
5
against softer
seconds
heroes like
remaining.
Luna and Rubik, there is certainly a lot of value to be had with this Earth Spirit. Team Secret, they kind of just want to wait
Reserve
for the
time.
first 10, 15-ish minutes, get a couple of pickoffs here and there with the Earth Spirit, but it was really in the mid game where they're going to try to hit their stride, and okay, Finem finished with the Sniper. Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, yeah, they can get on top of Sniper pretty quickly.
All right, that's a pick. I thought this was a baby night thing, but apparently not. I do believe Secret have banned the Sniper a couple of times now, so I'm not sure if this is actually uncommon. Let me see if there are any stats in Sniper games.
I mean, I mentioned earlier, like, you're expecting a versus Ember Spirit mid lane, and you don't really have to work that hard to get a good matchup, and Sniper definitely is one of those good matchups with Ogre Magi. You can set up some pretty easy kills. You do have to worry about Earth Spirit a lot in that mid lane, but Ogre Magi can in general keep you safe. Bloodlust on Sniper
10
and Luna
seconds remaining.
sets you up for positions where you can just chip down towers and force Team Secret to come to you.
5 seconds remaining.
It is definitely a risky pick because of that last pick, Earth Spirit from Secret, but I do think it is good enough for Finem.
It is definitely unorthodox, but it could work. It's a strong mid laner with the right assistance. There's Ogre Magi as well, and it also opens up a defensive and aggressive sieging opportunity with that Sniper Bloodlust. So I kind of like it. They do lack the frontliners to tank for the Sniper though, so I'm slightly concerned with that. But if you 5-man at the right time, Team Secret might not have the manpower to hold back this push. So we'll see if that's going to be punished or not, the Sniper pick. There is Ogre to babysit him at the start, so I do believe the lane for him should be pretty easy in the middle, because SD and Nurse Spirit, they're okay. But Ogre is where it's at.
Yeah, it's kind of like a replacement for tanky frontline heroes. They kind of have to rely on Skylark a little bit more, so the more farm Nyx Assassin gets, the faster he gets to those Vendetta levels, the easier it is going to be for Finem to initiate. It is not really incredibly easy for either team to start these engagements. Vendetta is going to be very important for Finem, and on the other side, just having vision is going to be very important for rolling boulder initiation on kind of small-scale engagements. If they are able to find those Vendetta hits and kills, then yeah, you could suddenly just pour forward with the Sniper and Luna, and Secret will kind of be on the retreat. Once that happens, Finem should be able to handle those fights fairly easily. But if that doesn't happen, then they are working with Luna Sniper, very heavy physical damage in the mid late game up against a Terrorblade, which is going to be somewhat of a struggle.
Yeah. Well, let's bring back the while you're talking, I searched out this the sniper stat for the game, and guess what? It's actually a 36% win rate of all the matches in this series.
Jeez.
So not so sure about the Sniper pick, but you never know. The game could work out for them. But one thing that is actually more curious to me is Puppy's Earth Spirit. I don't believe I've seen him play much, maybe once in the past, but this is definitely not a Puppy hero. Yes, that guy is I can do it all, but Does he play Earth Spirit well? You know, we had Neuer to draw reference from in the last series, so this is gonna be some big shoes to fill, even for Puppy. So we have to see. It's a pause right now. Do we have a DC? High ping. All right, so high ping is plaguing us for now, but he has to restart the router. So we're gonna have a little bit of time to theory craft. At Finem or Secret, just purely based on draft. What do you think is gonna happen here?
I like Adfinem a little bit more, but I think in general it's fairly even if you just look at the heroes that they have. Secret will have a little bit of I expect them to have a little bit of a slow start. And the heroes that they've selected, they do need build up items, mechanism on Keizu, Veil, on the Ember Spirit, and just general stat items in Terrorblade, Dragonlance, and whatnot. In that time, Adfinem are going to be running around with an Ogre Magi. Luna really doesn't need that much to get going. So I like how Adfinem have a much higher chance of just getting a snowball started, and it's going to be tough for Secret to come back from there on out. I don't think I've actually seen Puppy ever play Earth Spirit, so or maybe it's just not coming to mind.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough.
Not something you see him playing.
Yeah, Adfinem play a ton of Earth Spirit. Like Spartan and MNT's Earth Spirit is both good.
Mm-hmm. They were the meta abusers back in the day, along with Jarex. But Puppy, he's more of a Chen Enchantress kind of guy.
Those old school 4-position heroes.
Yeah. You don't see Chanti as much anymore, so more Chen than anything. Capturing ancients, pretty good. I still haven't seen a Doom eat an ancient yet, so I'm kind of sad. I have this little checklist for version 7, and a couple of things haven't been fulfilled.
Well, have you seen a Doom at all? Could you go to your fancy stat thing and look for any Doom games that have been played?
Yeah, let's do that.
See if there's any results for
Probably
Doom.
gonna come out with an error.
It's gonna crash everything.
Right. Hey, no worry. He has 9 matches and 56% win rate.
That's not bad.
Look at that.
You could certainly do a lot worse than that. But I mean, I don't really expect teams to pick up Doom, like ever. Maybe if you're going up against, a lot of these kind of mobility heroes like Ember Spirit who just can't do anything once they're doomed. But teams probably are not going to go ahead and draft something like that. It has to be like an Ember Spirit mid and an anti-mage or something like that top lane for Doom to even be considered for a pick.
Well, the Chinese have run 4-position Doom, and if there is a 4-position Ember Spirit in my games, I think we can squeeze in a Doom, eh? Even then, even if the Doom was picked, I do believe they might actually just tech towards the extra Infernal Blade damage instead of the Devour. I don't know.
The Devour seems like a meme build to me. I don't know.
I mean, eating one of them Ancients like the Granite Golem would be cool.
Yeah.
Right?
It is potentially very strong, but it does take a long time. And you have to invest into a Doom. Maybe if you're on the Radiant side, you get like a very easy Doom jungle with this tier 2 pull camp thing, bottom lane, and then you could kind of abuse that to accelerate. I don't see it happening on the Dire side ever.
Yeah. To think Dire used to be powerful. How times have changed.
And Dire map advantage is used to be like Roshan and Radiant used to have better pulls. And now the Roshan's kind of in the middle.
Everything Radiant, right? Except Na'Vi, they see something we don't. They play Dire every game, and it's not because they got relegated to Dire. They pick Dire.
Well, Na'Vi are also, I think, kicked out at this point because of their records. So, maybe you want to look at the results as well.
Hey, no hating. I'm just stating a pattern.
Hey, I'm just saying too. Like they're picking a lot of Dire. They're also, drawing,
not winning quite a
bit.
Yeah, well, maybe this is the training wheels. They're just keeping it in check, trying to practice Dire. I'm very afraid to go into showcase mode because that's how it usually crashes the game.
Yeah, it crashed my game.
So that's usually how I entertain myself when the games are down. But mid one is spamming some faces. Madara hits the XD. Has the Dark Moon emote as well. Wow. Blame your boy Skylark. Mid 2. Bad joke. Nice. From pro players.
They were having some role battles
Mm-hmm.
in the
Apparently
lobby.
mid 1 was pretty good.
I think Doom was played yesterday in NA.
Doom was played
Well,
yesterday. Okay.
That is NA Doom.
Alright,
So-
any dotes?
Hey man,
What are
NA
we doing
Dota,
here?
we're pioneers over here, okay?
Yeah.
The rest of the world can't handle our trailblazing. They don't understand it.
Yeah, alright. We'll just wait a little bit. See what Madara equals worst. Probably talking about the anime character. These guys big on their anime.
Something that we haven't mentioned yet is the fact that mid 1 is on the Terrorblade and MP is on the Ember Spirit. Mid 1 usually goes towards mid. It is possible we see a mid lane
MP
Terrorblade.
was
It's
a
still
mid
possible to
player.
see swaps because it's still like 1 minute
True.
27, negative minute 27 till the game starts. So
Mhm.
it is possible that we see a little bit of a switcheroo here. But putting a Terrorblade in the mid lane, expecting that sniper matchup, actually not that bad because sniper does work his lane a lot with just headshot and range, lots of physical damage, and 10 armor starting, quite a bit of value.
Mid one can play in the safe lane because MP used to be a mid player, so
Mm-hmm.
it's very possible that Secret do the old swapperoo. But Skylark is back, so it's time to get hyped. We're gonna start and jump into our games. Yep, there we go. There we go. Fix that Greek internet. Let's hop into match. I thought at Finem guys played on the same in the same house. Something.
Maybe they practiced
You're wrong.
there for some time. And
They're sticking with it. So it's mid 1 middle, and I mean MP middle and mid 1 top. So something different. Or maybe it's a mid Terrorblade.
You could
No,
definitely
no,
go
mid-
mid with either of
mid
these
MP.
openings. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
not really
mid
going to
MP.
be a huge surprise for Adfinem if they suddenly see like, oh my god, it's a mid 1 Terrorblade. He's not in the mid lane because MP, we all know MP played a lot of mid lane in his day, so it shouldn't be much of a surprise. The smoke might be a surprise though. Might run into MNT. They're going the wrong
Yeah.
way. Well, they do have Puppy with
They're
Ion
gonna
Shell.
be camp over the rune. Oh, they see
Oh,
Madara,
Luna.
they rolled, they missed. Puppy. Oops. Alright,
That one-
so
Yeah, we're going to be looking at Puppy's Earth Spirit play very closely. That's kind of
And compared to
under a
Noya.
microscope because we want to see how well he's going to do. And yeah,
yeah,
you're
the pings
trying to
are
hit a
it's a little
Luna
bit
with that.
weird here. Yeah. A little spiky here as well. Pings
I
are
feel
a
like
little
Adnam
weird in
are
this
always
game.
playing with lag.
Mid on. Well, don't you know it?
They can go in again though. Like Earth Spirit with Ion Shell is very difficult to deal with from a Luna and Rubik standpoint.
Alright. So, 100 ping is pretty bad for gaming. It's not the worst.
Back in my day, 200, 300 ping, you just play through it. Couldn't get any better on Battle.net.
Battle.net in 2017.
Well, this is
Well,
fun.
I used to play Garena, not Battle.net. Battle.net was not really helpful for finding Dota games.
Really? Must have been a region thing?
Probably, yeah, because I think I don't know what the reason was, but a lot of people didn't have Battle.net. Oh yeah, because a lot of people here have
Cracked
fake versions of
versions.
Warcraft. Yeah. So we don't have the Battle.net. Yeah, that's why. So every one of us
Okay.
actually just it was all like saved onto a thumb drive, and then we just sent it to one another,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it spreads. But none of that had Battle.net, so the culture is to just play Garena or have LAN parties, go to LAN cafes, such as Asia. But good times. Those are the high school days back when Dota 1 was still prevalent.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you
just
NA guys and your
internet
Battle.net.
cafe culture is definitely in Asia, and it's pretty much non-existent here in America. Just
Yeah.
culture things. I played like one game on Arena, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? There's no point. I just use BattleNet.
Yeah, but back then we didn't. Back then most games didn't go past 30 minutes because there'll always be levers, especially after First Blood. No one really
Mhm.
wanted to try hard for that long. So most of Dota was early game and mid game because no one really got to the end. There was no
Hey,
punishment. There was no
but
reward.
someone left, you can swap
Yeah, you can
someone.
swap your hard carry over, the one that you spent 30 minutes babysitting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the person who gets swapped will still be feeling great because they have everything. They're still ready to play, and then your team just gets crapped on because you lost all that time, and yeah, you're kind of screwed from there on out. Those are the
One of
good old
Ice
days where you could
Frog's,
random a hero and then just ping any random lane. It might be a dual lane, it might end up like a quad lane. Who cares, man? Just run with it.
Yeah, well, it's it's a nice memory. I remember I used to cheese with my friend. You know, we'll just do some stupid thing like PA and Pudge, and it will somehow work. You know, and then we'll laugh at how OP it is. But looking back, yeah, we were 2K or 1K. I think
PA
before
used to
TI1 came around, I was like immensely worse at Dota because you know there was no material to study. There was no like you know after TI1, you know I learned a lot of tricks like warding. The concept of warding came out. You know, wow, you know, yeah. What are wards? I mean, when you start Dota, there's so many things to care about. You know, you ignore the non-flashy items. Wards are one of them. Non-flashy items. You just want to play. You just want to use spells. You're discovering new heroes.
you build
It's
battle
just like
theory on everybody.
that too. Or you go boots first on everything. And
Boots battle theory, dude. That's the best build on any hero. Like
mhm.
you're playing Tidehunter,
No
yeah,
threats.
go Boots battle fury. Earthshaker, just go for that as well. Are we actually having a real game here? Forgot about this in the
I don't know.
background.
Let's not jinx it, Mike. Let's not jinx it.
All right, well, it looks like the runes were split, even with a little bit of invade from Secret, Skylark Thug, MP Keizu. So, pretty standard bounty rune stuff right there. All eyes will be on Puppy, Pili Dai, and Keizu in this tri-lane. It's a really awkward tri-lane, actually, because Shadow Demon doesn't actually contribute all that much here. Usually, you don't need setup for a Darkseer or Earth Spirit play.
Yeah. Oh. For now, MP is gonna suffer the wrath of a Ignite spammer. But Spartan with the body blocks could get some damage on the MP. But it's a Bloodlust level 1, so not going to be that Ignite spam that MP was probably going to be prepping for.
He's still just me chilling in this aggressive tri-lane. Not even sure if they could stop Tower from farming, honestly. They're gonna try, though.
Disruption. Okay. Where's the
Crap.
roll,
Nope.
Puppy? And they lift him into tower range, take a few shots. Yeah. I thought Puppy was
It is,
gonna roll in there.
yeah, it seems like he just wants to manage this pull. It is possible to get those, like, 4-point surrounds in Dota 2. A lot easier back in the day in Warcraft Engine, but yeah, I think that's probably the best bet of them getting the kill if they don't have Puppy involved in that. Like, Earth Spirit, just with his slow from the rolling boulder, that's what you need to get those kills. They're gonna go
Disrupt him
again.
to start again. I think this time Puppy goes in. There you go. Rolls in, and this is an easier target to pick on. Maybe next time, Puppy will score first blood. So, very nice one. So, going well for Mr. Papan. How's MP looking in the lane?
Interesting EXP spread there. They got level 2 on Pili Dai, setting up for Soul Catcher, actually. A little bit of implication on that Rubik, and Earth Spirit was still, like, he was level 1. Fixed the bounty rune to get to level 2, so yeah, they were giving experience over towards the Shadow Demon and towards that Darkseer in preparation for that play. So a little bit of min-maxing there, working out pretty well for Secret. And now we'll see what Puppy can do with this haste rune.
Uh-oh. Spartan's in trouble. The Flame Guard has been propped, and I think Spartan is going to fall here. Tries to break the Flame Guard with a Fire Blast, and it's not going to happen. Puppy, 2 successful roams already, so can be pretty happy about that. Then they shrine up as well. What better thing could happen?
And he will want to try to get a little bit of help for top lane.
Disruption.
Mid one is going to have just a fine time up against Skylark, but letting a Nyx Assassin get a free time in this type of environment when Finem need their Nyx Assassin to be getting a lot is something that Secret should be keeping an eye on. A quick level 6 and suddenly all your roams are going to be very quickly negated. So if he can make his way up there, that'll be great, but it's just so obvious if he's off both the bottom and mid lane for that long, then fall back as an assassin. It's not really too hard to deal with.
Yeah, mid one is trading decently well against his Nyx Assassin. It's not too bad. The regeneration on Nyx will offset some of that harassment that mid one is throwing out. Oh, they shouldn't be able to kill him.
Iron Shell was
Dara
a little
is
bit
running
late
out
there
of
on Puppy.
regen.
Denied.
No, what? They got Ember Spirit. But they finally got him. So
Well, yeah,
overall,
I mean, you keep this dual lane in this mid lane for long enough against an Ember Spirit who just has a really rough matchup. Even 1v1 versus the sniper is something he's going to struggle with. You find MP with 7 CS and Thug with 23. That's no small differential there. And yeah, it is mostly a dual lane because Spartan's camping out in that mid lane, but Ember Spirit under farmed gonna be really tough to play with. They're gonna have to use this Terrorblade a lot more actually with this Metamorphosis, try to take down those structures to accelerate the Ember Spirit to kind of smooth that curve over.
yeah. But one thing is letting the Skylark Nyx Assassin hit level 6 early as well, because they apply this pressure, they have a trade-off. You know, they pin down the Luna. Luna has to fly out a salve to herself, means that Nyx Assassin will have that Vendetta available to him again. But the Soul Catcher harassment is just there. He's gonna throw it out on the Luna, harass her back, knocking her down to about half life. Not too bad.
Puppy has an Invis rune looking at mid. Killing off Thug here is definitely a possibility. They do know that
Oh,
there's
kick
an
him to
Ogre
the
here
tower?
too though.
Oh, just gonna roll in, maybe kick him to the tower. No, there's just the stun. So just the old-fashioned way. Take him down, and now Spartan in danger as well. Without the firepower of the sniper, might not be able to get out there. The Orb of Venom actually ticks down his salve, so I think Puppy's got him. There's a roll. Yeah, Puppy's gonna roll right into him, and there's a kick backwards as well. So right into the loving arms of MP, and another kill here from Puppy's rotation. Clubs down the Ogre.
And even with an Ogre there, like the sniper is just such easy pickings. And wow, mid one solo kills off Skylark.
That is
Hell,
something you
only
don't see
1
often.
point spike Carapace, but yeah, Metamorphosis is definitely a spell. So Secret finding kills pretty much all around the map, and that was a really necessary one as well. They need mid one to be really fat. They need him to get his extra range from the Dragonlance to keep this Nyx Assassin down if they can. But hey, a solo kill is probably one of the best case scenarios, and you know, especially killing off Thug, getting MP, a couple of extra minutes worth of farm. Now he's at level 6, so jumping on Thug is a real possibility. Only 1 point take aim, so MP can see and get on top of Thug very quickly now.
The sniper will need constant supervision now, because the Ember is level 6. You never know who's gonna wrap in from the side. Earth Spirit can just roll in from 1,000 miles away. But Luna has gotten some of the pressure off her and has managed to start farming, building into a, well, bring up Aquila and start getting her footing back. Mid one though, I'm still very surprised he got that solo kill with only a level 1 reflection. Probably a trade gone wrong for Skylark.
Well,
They have
going
Ogre
for
coming in, but with this raindrop, it's looking pretty impossible. But now they're gonna roll in. The silence is there as well. Nyx Assassin in trouble. They're gonna stun him up mid one. Not there to collect this Nyx Assassin kill. So the Vendetta is gonna be popped here. Mid one has to be careful. There's another impale. Very arrogant here. Farming on his own. Is he gonna dodge the stun? There's the fire blast. They're gonna throw out that stun as well. The mana burn is there, and we'll pick him off. So Skylark does find a kill, but meanwhile they lose a sniper looking to rotate over. In the end, getting banished there by Pylai and surrounded by Puppy. So
Tower is under attack.
slammed into the ground.
Oh, and bottom lane Keizu pulling some shenanigans on the creep wave is narrowly able to escape the clutches of the telekinesis from MNT. Slips out of there with the surge, and he'll be just fine as well. Spartan's still up here actually. Dukes a roll.
Yeah, this Ogre is dying a lot now. There's disruption, there he is.
Yeah.
No soul catcher there from Pylai, but it doesn't matter. Spartan throws out a spite stun. He gets kicked away by Puppy. I don't know if Puppy's know your level yet, but he has been finding some big kills, or rather, he's been participating in all of them.
He's been where he's needed to be, right? Like that's it counts as the Earth Spirit. If you are where the action is, you're probably playing a good Earth Spirit, and he's contributing quite a bit, just making sure that the numbers are generally in Secret's favor. Skylark, though, looking at MP.
No rune. So, didn't want to reveal himself.
Oh, now he knows that there's a backup Spirit. They might be
It's
able to
still
Vendetta
gonna
and
be a
fail
tough-
to assassinate,
Yeah.
or he can get the Flame Guard up.
He gets
Seems-
Flame Guard up.
Yeah.
You can't go for a hit first. Oh, they're gonna start with shrapnel, definitely. I think, yeah, there's the fire. But there is going to be... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Didn't even need the assassinate. Lago was like, oh, nope. Cancels it. Shoots Paladin instead. Yeah. Forgot how squishy Ember is.
Yeah, once you lose that Flame Guard, then you're kind of just bacon bits. And now Madara and Spartan find Airblade. That's
And
an
the stun
Eclipse
as
kill.
well. Skylark is everywhere.
Well, yeah, Skylark just bouncing around, taking kills. Although it was mostly just a Lunar rotation based off of level 7. Get Eclipse, max out the Lucent Beams. You're going to be pretty happy. And this is the snowball that I was talking about that can happen from Finem. It's not really in full effect just yet. But Secret will need to get a lot of these Earth Spirit ganks to go off in order to really start to significantly counter this, because MP with his item build, like, he's not really ready to go into a large-scale engagement. Mid-1 and Keizu, both the same exact thing. They need more time, and Finem really don't.
The Darkseer is top net worth though. Or rather, he's a top CS. He's top net worth on the die though. And Rubik showing himself is probably gonna get jumped there by MP. MP jumps forward. There will be a change. The Soul Catcher gets applied on the Rubik. The poor guy gonna get rooted up. He goes for the live. A Fade Ball on Keizu, but he will not escape death. So mid-1 will be here with his team to claim that tower. And maybe they take 2. The Metamorphosis is fresh. So mid-1 might claim another tower with his team.
The Luna and Sniper are also separated, so as far as counter push here from Finem, it's going to go towards 2 towers. We'll probably bring them down fairly low, but shouldn't really be able to take down one or really both. I do feel like Secret can just keep mid-1 in this bottom lane, teleport out with everyone else, and make sure they don't lose any of their structures. Mid-1 just is
they
that
have that
powerful,
disruption
especially with
on the
Pai's disruption
CG,
levels.
yeah. Level 3 disruption, but meta ends. But Paladin does get some last-minute clones out, so they are in meta form. Tug going for the slow here. Skylark could just start with that stun and maybe pick off that Nyx Assassin, but Nyx Assassin goes there with the Spike Carapace, finds the Darkseer. Paladin juking in the trees there, but he will buy a little bit of time, but not enough, as they find him, corner him, and they shoot him and leave him up to die. Puppy porting to the top. Doesn't want to give Madara the tower.
He puts a lot of damage into that structure, though. Mid lane didn't really take that much damage, so Secret do lose a couple of heroes. Darkseer, Shadow Demon, kind of expendable. They're keeping their important heroes alive, though. Mid-1 and MP both. MP recently getting a kill as well on MNT. So, yeah, they're getting a good amount of farm. They will still be under the gun for a little while in this game, but they are starting to get there, since Finem haven't really made any big attempts at structures yet. Another Eclipse available. Once Helm the Dominator comes into play for Madara, then they'll be a little bit more willing to go in and 4 or 5 man down these structures.
11 minutes in, let's take a look at net worth. Slightly favoring Secret here at 1,000, but overall not a big deal. Paladin is doing a little bit of dewarding, getting the $100. Well, mid-1 is going Dragonlance, so Secret, you think their game plan will be to end the game early? Or are they okay sitting back and farming along here with Finem?
I think Secret just want to hit this kind of mid-game timing. Once you get this Veil on the Ember Spirit, get Dragonlance on mid-1, get Mechanism on Darkseer. Once they have that, not lose Ember, that's first
a
thing.
disruption. They jump on Skylark, yeah. Nyx Assassin not going to get the kill this time around.
And Madara up top.
Yeah, there's an Eclipse on Puppy as well. There is a Magnetized. Madara caught out. The Purge is there as well. Perfect play there. Mid-1 gets a nice kill. Madara actually takes down to Puppy on that Magnetized. So
Dire's middle
I
tower
think it's
is
safe
under
to stop hating on Puppy's, no, or
Radiant's
questioning
bottom
Puppy's
tower
Spirit.
is under attack.
It's been getting a lot done.
He certainly has been everywhere he needed to be, and have been rather separated, not really able to respond to a roaming Earth Spirit in full force. They're still in a decent position though, because they are getting enough gold. They have the Helm Dominator on the Luna. Sniper's on top of the net worth chart.
Radiant's middle tower is
I
under
don't really
attack.
feel like he has enough items here. Okay, there's the items. Top of the net worth chart has no items, but now he actually has some real items of his own. But Secret are, I think, at the point where they're going to be feeling comfortable taking a fight should Finem want to fight. Like, they have the roll in on the Earth Spirit. They have now, soon will have a large amount of magic damage from MP, which of course will be amplified by the Darkseer, or it will amplify the Darkseer's damage as well. So yeah, Secret should be ready to defend their structures if they get a good angle on Thug. That's really the big if. They need to make sure that this sniper is pressured.
They don't want to be caught in a situation where they get cornered into their base and as their sniper plink away at their towers. It's a very common strategy. And again, I think the whole thing stems with AF not having frontliners as much. I mean, Nyx Assassin is a frontliner, but he's not that resilient right now. He has gotten the Midas though, so he might be able to build into bigger items down the road. But that's if they get down the road with
Dire's
less
structures
mistakes.
are fortified.
MP.
Just look at this positioning from Finem. Thug way in the back with MNT even further back. Make sure that should Earth Spirit roll in towards Sniper, he'll immediately be reinforced with a lift.
Has fallen.
Yeah. MP tries to go for the chains, doesn't latch, and
Radiant's top
mid
tower
one
is under attack.
keeps on the farm.
What have we here?
Looks like tier 1 will be free for Finem.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Secret just chilling for now, not really doing anything. MP not finishing up his veil, they're gonna go for a smoke first and try and get a kill. The converted catapult walking past them. But they do see the Luna. Maybe a nice
And
gank
I
here.
think she's dead.
Dead, yeah. Oh, you never know. Oh, Nadara comes in. There's the stun. There's the silence as well. No chance at all. A big kill to get. Terrorblade, meanwhile, gets himself cloned. Will go ham on the tower.
Keeping Luna off the board, making sure she's underfarmed, making sure she's just dead is very important for Secret, because without a Luna, there's a very, very small chance that Finem decide to make any substantial plays. So, I mean, they kill off the Luna, which is great, but they also take the opportunity to kill off a tower, put even more pressure towards the bottom lane and the structures in that general area. So, killing off the Luna just pretty much stops Finem from doing anything for 20, 30 seconds, however long the respawn timer is. It's a really, really big kill to get. They are looking though at Finem for MP.
Yeah, he has a arcane rune and no spirit behind. But he does have the support of a Darkseer, so not gonna reveal himself. Keep himself off the map. Scare Secret a little bit more.
Still has a little bit more vendetta duration. Could have stunned Keizu out of his TP just to be annoying.
Top
But
net worth
Finem
is
are going to rally
mid-ones.
around this Luna now. I mean, that's pretty much what you would expect, right? Like, you get, as Finem, if you have Eclipse, you rally around your Luna and you just get ready to slow siege these towers. Really force Secret to make a decision. Do you want to fight this and kind of gamble around rolling into a sniper? Do you just want to try to get some farm elsewhere? Split push with Terrorblade is very, very scary, but he's not in position right now, nor does he have Metamorphosis.
Dire's bottom tower
Also tier
has
1
fallen.
for... No, not
Radiant's
tier 1 for
middle
tier
tower
1.
is under attack.
Shadow Demon though. Finds... Gonna partner up with some Terrorblade illusions to clone more illusions. Look at him. He's got a illusion rune. He's just tagging along with Highlight Eye. Cloning up some red spirits.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Skylark is on his tail, though. He's a couple of them.
But he has to be careful not to walk into a sentry again. After that last time, he might want to be a bit more cautious.
They
Spartan looking.
have easily taken down the tier 1s. Dragonlance pick up on the Luna should facilitate a little bit more action towards the tier 2s. If they can get Skylark that Aghanim Scepter, then it'll be, of course, a lot easier moving forward. But this Terrorblade is starting to get fairly scary. And you gotta remember that all these items that Terrorblade is building up also going to be spilling over into Shadow Demon's power level as well because of Disruption, which is going to be very difficult for Finem to deal with. I mean, Luna Glaives are great and everything, but Yeah, you're going up against a lot of illusions, especially once this Manta style starts to kick in. So, Finem, they're in an okay position right now, but I do feel like they might be going a little bit too slowly here. Secret are farming a lot on this Terrorblade.
Yeah. The team fight has not started just yet. It's 6-11. It's Secret favorite right now. But Finem, the main concern for Finem's draft is they're good. They were good in the laning phase. They're good at catching people, but when it comes to saving their pels, it's not as good.
Rubik telekinesis. He might be able to steal a disruption.
Yeah,
that would actually be like pretty sick.
That's more of a clutch situation than anything.
Well, if he somehow gets it, then you can start spamming in with Sniper and Luna illusions. That's actually a very nice pickup for MNT if he's able to steal that somehow.
Yeah, well, Skylark. Beating away at Roshan. Is this not seen somehow? Right.
There's a lot of true sight here for the Dire, but no regular observers.
I'm surprised how fast they're rushing actually without any minus armor.
That's Bloodlust on Luna and Sniper, two like kind of glass cannony heroes. They take a lot of damage on Luna because someone has to tank it. She doesn't have any form of sustain really, so it's gonna cost them a little bit of health, but it seems like Secret just had no idea that was happening. Smoke gank here, and expect Finem to kind of split up after Roshan. It's usually pretty standard for a team to get Rosh and then fan out, push out the lanes, all with individual heroes. You can pick one of those heroes off, still be in a good spot, but Finem are actually sticking together very close to their Luna.
Puppy. Hand of Midas. Let's see what he builds out of that. With that 90 gold per minute. Get some delicious items. Blink Dagger into the Aghanim's. Free someone and kick them back to the team.
There's a lot of potential.
Proven to be a greedy support in the past.
I mean, this is like just... He sometimes is very selfless, but it seems like in the Secret lineup that we've seen so far, he's always been building up some really big items. Like even the Chen plays that we've seen, it's like he just farms a lot. He was the one who played the... Yeah, he was the one who's played the Vengeful Spirit and then just straight jungled and then got a ton of gold, so...
Very worth it. Oh, he gets an Arcane Rune and a Hand of Midas. That's a feel-good moment right there.
Puppy's gonna be rolling in some dough. If he's able to get an Aghanim Scepter, roll into a Sniper, imprison him, and then kick him back in or something like that, then that would be just aces for the Earth Spirit. He already has a Veil on his team, so Earth Spirit's damage output right now, level 11, is actually quite high if the MP.
Yeah. I think the next item he'll be looking at is the Blink Dagger first, maybe? And then the Aghanims. Seen a lot of good Probably just play the Blink Dagger a lot better.
There's a chance he goes for like a Lotus or something like that. But I mean, you have a Hand of Midas on a hero that usually can't afford that, so you can go for whatever you want, man.
Oh well, slow and steady.
Terrorblade Illusion's gonna start collapsing the map here. The Shadow Demon as well. This is very difficult for Finem to break out of, although they will try with Skylark. If they get a gem on this Terrorblade, fan out his illusions, then Skylark is going to be feeling rather useless.
A lot of pings going out.
Madara's using a lot of this Aegis timer for not really that much. I mean, they're farming some pretty decent items. Manta Style coming up on Luna, not too bad. BKB on Sniper. If you're looking for tier 2s safely, then you do want a BKB, but only 2 minutes left, and you can see the Terrorblade's farm is kind of exploding out of control. The rest of his teammates are keeping up as well, and that's important for this Ember Spirit to keep up with his farm levels, for the Darkseer to get towards those Guardian Greaves, the pipe and whatnot, to counter that Luna Eclipse.
Yeah. Skylark has the Aghanim Scepter already. Madara's Aegis not being made use of for now, but it does look like he's edging towards the top, trying to look to take this tier 2 tower by force. I think Secret have the firepower to kill him and then the Aegis again. Because again, we don't have a lot of frontliners for this team. So Luna has to play the tanking role. But looks like Secret are just content to just split farming because Terrorblade's starting to get out of hand. The Manta is up, so a lot of illusion farming can happen. Keizu as well.
Once the Sniper and Luna start firing... Oh, Spartan, okay. Well, the Ogre's gonna go for a walkabout, and he's just gonna get annihilated, so there's that, and they'll quickly clear up the ward. They pretty much waste the Aegis for a tier 2, which is okay, but really you would expect a little bit more here. But once Thug and or Madara get set up, start shooting at a tower, it's going to be pretty difficult for Secret to actually get in on that. Like, we saw it in that position when they were sieging the tier 2 just then. Sniper was up in the trees to the north, to the south. Nyx Assassin was burrowed with the Aghanim Scepter. He was ready to intercept and stun, ideally a Terrorblade. He decided to make a play in. You got to go on so many spread out targets, and Finem do have a lot of effective range now that they do have this Ags on the Nyx, and he's going to have a little bit more once he gets Ether Lens completed.
Yeah, the Nyx Assassin will be a good high ground defense. The Sniper, very strong for that siege, but also really good for the defense because he spams out the shrapnel, makes it really hard for you to just walk around and it shoots you from a distance with the Bloodlust at the back. Be able to dish out a lot of damage before you can even clear the steps. So Finem, they might be losing grip of the map, but they will be able to hold the line at least and maybe try and capitalize on Secret's bad movements, bad placements.
The thing is though, like with Terrorblade and Shadow Demon, you'd have so much free tower damage. You just have like inevitability if you're on the side of Team Secret. You know that, okay, in a game state where nothing is happening, where the enemies are bottled up in their base, even if the map's split in half, we could just keep sending these illusions down the lane like this. It's gonna take a long time, granted, but I mean, hell, they're not really in any rush. They're farming elsewhere. They have travels on MP, a huge item to have in this type of game where really not much is happening. You're trying to be efficient and look for opportunistic pickoffs. Ember Spirit doesn't have a ton of damage right now, but he is able to accelerate a lot because of these travels.
Yeah. Well, now MP gonna start building towards that lightning hammer, or does he maybe go for the Battle Fury again?
Going for mass magic damage is more standard than going for the, I guess, previous patch build. It's in the Battle Fury right now. But, I mean, he has all his base items up right now. These are all the early game, quote-unquote, items for Earth Spirits, at least nowadays. Veil, Blink Dagger, even a little bit optional with the travels. If you... it doesn't really matter, because either way, he's going to be split pushing really quickly. Going for Crit and Cleave, though, has better late game scaling, and it does seem like we're heading in that direction, so maybe he's going to decide to go for that.
Well, they do have only a small lead despite the higher kills. 2 times the kills. They only have a 3k lead in terms of gold. EXP favors the Radiant actually because of the Aegis and a few other things. Finem are now going to smoke. The Aegis was not used, but now Luna has managed to buy enough time for a BKB, and that puts most of the secret spells out of commission. Only the Purge will be working on her now.
Radiant's
So if Finem can get into a good fight, whoa. Courier getting sniped by a Wandering Illusion.
200 golds, probably just vision on that Courier. I would imagine nothing more important. I mean, they have BKBs on Sniper and Luna. Finem don't push with this. If they decide that, hey, we could probably win a late game and just sit back and farm more, then yeah, they're giving Secret a lot of room around the map to kind of just abuse their position right now. BKB is also up on Terrorblade, and he should be able to get this Eye of Skadi pretty darn quickly. He was like only 1,000-ish above enemy carries before. Now he's 2k up above the Luna.
Skylark already entrenched in this position, ready to fight this one out. And these long-range initiations, you never know. You might catch someone off guard and start the fight for you. I remember there was a game yesterday where one of the Nyx Assassins just stunned from a really long distance and caught one of the Cloud9 guys out, and they followed up from there. It was more of like a harassment thing and just throwing it out, but the enemy carry walked into it, so still counts.
At least for Secret, if that is going to be the case where a random impale is thrown out, hits an ally, they have a Shadow Demon, so if it looks bad, just disrupt him. And odds are, like, the person who's gonna get hit is someone like a Terrorblade, so yeah, you're probably gonna disrupt him anyway, get some really powerful illusions. This is truly some exciting farm gameplay right here. Both teams just scaling up into late. I mean, Sniper's going to be really glad he has this Maelstrom. He obviously got it to soft counter this Terrorblade, clear out his illusions, but getting some farm acceleration on a Sniper, paralleling the cleave of the Moonglaive on Madara, will keep these cores on Finem farming.
I think Secret need to make a move. They have their BKBs up already on Terrorblade, but they don't have it on mid one just yet. He's building his, no, I mean not mid one, MP. They're building his BKB, but I'm not sure if they want to really wait. They gotta fight again before they lose another objective, because right now Finem are slowly just taking farm around the map and getting those core items up. You know, we built this magical Ember Spirit and then we don't fight, and then now they all have the BKBs, make it very hard for them to actually use the Ember. The Radiant scans and know that Secret are there.
And MP's like explosive power with the Veil and Fire Remnant combo, really powerful if the enemies are grouped up generally. Up against Finem's team, they are most likely not going to be grouped up. Like, I would be very surprised if Ember Spirit's able to hit like Madara and Thug and one other, or even just two heroes with that kind of all-in jump-in combo from the Ember Spirit. Like, Finem, they have so much effective range, and sooner or later they'll be going for these Hurricane Pikes off of these Dragon Lances, so the mobility is probably going to be keeping these carries of Finem safe.
Well, looks like Secret are gonna be sitting back and waiting for mid one to get his BKB then. But they will keep pushing it out. Oh, Skylop, they see Skylop. They will latch Sniper as well as the Ogre, but BKBs, like you said, are up. And mid one is running headfirst into the enemy. The vacuum comes out only onto the Ogre though, but he's blown up because the Luna shreds his own teammate. Somehow shooting himself. Terrorblade standing and delivering, killing off two heroes. There's the Rubik and the Ogre down. Those are big ultimates to throw away though. The silence comes out. Mid one gets hit by an assassinate. Has to be careful. Skylark TPing away. That's a cute little thing. Luna getting punished there by MP. BKB used already, but still cornered in. Not able to TP out. And I think Secret might just go for a Roshan here. There's still a little bit of meta left. Gonna be able to get that damage in. Puppy gets sundered, but it will heal back up. So Secret, a big win for them.
That was Finem taking a fight in maybe the worst spot imaginable, where there's nowhere to retreat to. That's what Sniper really wants. He wants to be able to shoot and back up, shoot and back up. Just stutter step his way back and force Secret to kind of follow him if they want to get the kill. Luna wasted her BKB and her Eclipse on very little. Like, the Eclipse mostly hit onto Keizu and Keizu's illusions. So, you know, Darkseer is going to be more than happy to absorb the Eclipse for the team as far as that is concerned. So Finem just getting caught in a really poor position, and now the map is going to start to shrink. Talking about this earlier, like this Terrorblade inevitability, once you get this amount of farm with the Shadow Demon illusions, you're going to lose a lot of map control very quickly if you're not ahead for Finem.
There's also the issue of the Luna killing her own teammates. I think the Ogre died so quickly, mainly because Luna's illusion was just going ham on him. Sniper nearly died himself, and his own illusion nearly killed him. So overall, a lot of factors playing into this. And imagine if Luna got disrupted there. I'm not sure if she got disrupted there, but there were a lot of glaze bouncing around on the Radiant side.
I don't think there was a Shadow Demon disruption on the Luna, but if there ever is, like, you could grab some really powerful illusions from that, from the Wall of Replica as well. Really difficult for Finem to clear out that number of illusions. Like, glaives are great. Maelstrom into not Mjolnir on the Sniper. Like, he'll have it soon enough, I suppose. It'll be great as well, but there's gonna be so many illusions. Terrorblade already can create, like, what, 4 in a flash, and then you have 2 more coming out from the Shadow Demon. More from the wall. It is going to be a mess for Adfin, and it's going to be bad for the Luna, bad for the sniper. But imagine being like the Rubik or Ogre Magi. Like, what do you do in that situation? You got to just throw out your spells blindly and hope what you're hitting is real.
And there aren't a lot of nice spells for Rubik to steal too. So
maybe he can steal a wall and get a Terrorblade illusion. Stealing wall or stealing disruption for
I think
Rubik
disruption
is
is the best.
pretty important.
He could get vacuum is not too bad.
Vacuum doesn't really do
Metamorphosis is-
that much.
I mean, it's an AOE team fight spell. It could set up a Ravage with Nyx Assassin.
There is, I guess, that dream. I mean, he has the Blink Dagger. He has the level 2 spell steal. So there's some potential there, but it is very, very hard to execute.
Oh, just gotta get that vacuum first. Wait for Darkseid to use it to farm and then grab it. Easy.
Here comes the Terrorblade illusions. Free 100 damage onto the tower with pretty much only mana expend. Puppy's even walking around with a gem at this point, so vision from Finem is going to start to shrink, and heroes like Sniper desperately need to have vision around the map to know where it is safe to farm because they are so soft.
Yeah.
This is looking bad for Finem.
Got that BKB already. I mean, not mid one. MP. I keep calling him mid one. I'm spirit. Paladai ate the lens, so he's gonna be able to do that life saving from afar. And he almost has the Blink Dagger as well, so the reach on this Shadow Demon is even better. He doesn't have to be in the fights at all, just stays all the way back and disrupt all the key targets. And Luna, very far out on her own, might need to BKB this. Paladai is there, starts the disruption, Soul Catcher is there, BKB might not bail her out, she has to BKB and Madara, oh boy, he gets 24 bucks for his trouble, kills off 2 illusions. Alright, that's
From just a couple spells being spent by Paladai, I'm not sure if it can possibly get better than that. Like, now you know that Eclipse is down, now you know that the BKB is down. That was 9 seconds as well. Not a small investment there from the Luna, so, I mean, the doors were already kind of open in favor of Secret, now they're even more so. Looks like they've taken out all the tier 2s. It's time to shrine up, and there's one down already. Second one pretty easy to take from them as well.
Ooh, DD.
Oh, also
DD
Paladai
on
has
mid
15 talent cast range, so his effective range is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I wish we'll see the 400 demonic purge one day with Aghanims, but no, that's gonna take a while to be fulfilled as well on that checklist. I think that'll happen before Doom gets picked though. That's a sad
Given
thing
the
about
pace of this game, it's not an impossibility. Like, Secret are just taking their
for
sweet
once,
time.
you're saying it might happen. So we're gonna get an end game in 5 minutes. Mike did it.
Hey, 40 minutes is a pretty reasonable time for a Dota game, I think. Nice, nice and average length for Dota games. Average-ish.
Oh, they are both playing very safe. I felt like Secret could have punished that BKB and Eclipse wastage a little better, but better
with
to err on the safe side. They need those wins. They need a 2-0, like everything today. Every team needs that 2-0. The Aegis is down. Skylark really shouldn't be walking into this. There's gonna be detection for sure. Now Purge. Oh no, a 4-man walk vacuum. That's problem. There's your Nyx Assassin going in the spike, but there's your Ember Spirit as well with the triple right at the entry. Thug gonna stand and deliver because he knows he can't run from this. Puppy kicks him in the face and an ultra kill for MPs. Their follow-up. No, the Luna has TP'd away, but the rest of the team incinerated. Skylark really should be expecting the detection going up first. A real problem here. And at Finem again, the lineup's flaws showing.
They can maybe get away with that if you have a 4-staff on the team, and I don't believe anyone actually does.
Uh-oh. Luna gets kicked, gets stunned. The vacuum misses though as a result of that disruption. But she is gonna have to pop a shrine. Solar crested up.
They have to deal with mid. Mid one is going to town.
Chained up and a kick and a jump in from it. P going to be killing up the Luna. Bug might be next. The Scotty will be slowing him down. Highlight Eye slows him. The clones will shoot him down. Empty cases, but Puppy gonna lose his life. But that's all they're gonna get. Mid one has already destroyed the middle racks. A stolen magnetize there, gonna be failing. Pilot die purges from a million range away. And Skylark deploys that ultimate, but to little avail there, as there's nothing left to really stun.
Secret took that
they
fight
might
right after
vacuum down.
Terrorblade lost his Aegis because it was reclaimed also. So just
Yeah.
in that context, Secret stomped Adfinem decisively with that wall vacuum combo as well from KZU. That was on point. And Adfinem now are one lane of Raxes down. After trying to make a little bit of an aggressive attempt, suddenly, like, all their big farmers, Sniper, Luna, whatever, they're behind the Darkseer, they're behind the Ember Spirit at this point, and by far, they're behind the Terrorblade. 10k lead for Midwan. He's actually, like, almost 6-lud right now.
Yeah, Midwan has proven to be a insane middle lane player. But this lane, given the space and time to farm on that safe lane, got 2 solo kills. And 10,000 net worth ahead of everyone else. I mean, once Terrorblade gets a good amount of levels, he just farms the jungle very, very quickly. Because of the illusion spam. And he got illusion runes a couple of times as well. We got Pylai Die disrupting him to help him out. A lot of things. And killing everyone in the battles is a good thing too. I don't know how they can kill
the way like a Terrorblade wants to manage his fights, like if we go back to this river area fight that we just saw, that you have KZU make a giant wall vacuum, and Adfinem right after that, their only option at that point is to retreat, at least up to the high ground. That means Sniper's got to be moving, that means everyone from Secret's going to be spilling forward. Terrorblade at that point is guaranteed to be in the back of that fight, whereas the Sniper and Luna, they found themselves in the middle of the fight pretty much immediately. There's very little pressure going towards Midwan. In those type of scenarios, it is going to be much more difficult for him to find those type of engagements when you're pushing up high ground. But I mean, he's so much more farmed that I'm pretty sure even if he is in the middle of the fight, probably just going to be killing everyone around him. And he also has Thunder, which I don't think he used last fight.
No need. He was just hitting buildings. But Pylai Die picking up a cloak. Going to the Glimmer Cape. There's a Banish. Who's it on? Nope. There's a Luna Illusion. Lucky for Luna.
They're just waiting for Roche right now. Secret, they already have a Rax up. They can keep sending these illusions in because it's free, pretty much. But Midwan can tear down Roche in just a couple seconds. Get a double life on him. Or the Ember Spirit wouldn't be too bad either. And Adfinem are not leaving their base for a very long time.
And look at this, the Shadow Demon Illusions breaking through the range racks.
Didn't they nerf illusions? Wasn't that in this patch?
They did, but Luna Illusions do more because they keep bouncing about in the buildings. And there are 2 of them, and Shadow Demon's Illusions do almost full damage. Oh, they spike
Ember
him.
Spirit.
They're keeping him there for really long though. He jumps away, he pops that BKB just to stay alive. Can't blame the guy, he has got a really big streak, so dying here would be detrimental to Secret's plans.
And while everyone from Adfinem are trying to kill off an Ember Spirit mid, look at top. We have, balanced Terrorblade things, casually bringing a tower down to 200-ish HP from, I think, 800. And Roshan's available as well, so there's that.
Illusions were nerfed.
Clearly, the frog will never stomp out illusion power.
Yep, unless you make them do completely no damage to buildings. And somehow someone will find some way to make them good.
Hey, mirror images in Warcraft 3 Blade Master do no damage at all. We can do that. They're gonna fight Roche.
Well, here comes the Nyx Assassin. He goes in with the Barrow, the spike stun, everything. That's gonna be stunning them for quite a long time, but the age is already picked up. Skylark now in a lot of trouble because Midwan deploys their BKB. The raid boss takes over Roshan. They GG before the bodies hit the ground. And MP gonna be diving in for that Rubik. Does he get saved by the bell? But this loss was a long time coming, as Secret walked all over Adfinem in game number 1. And now they just need one more game for a safer route to that qualifier spot. Will Team Secret make the playoffs? We're going to game 2 to find out very, very shortly. But any closing words, Mike?
Adfinem had a point in that game where they had BKB picked up